I'm Ken Andrews. First and foremost, I'm a musician. I'm a songwriter, singer, play guitar, bass, some keyboards, but I also like to work with other artists as a producer or mixer. I'm currently mixing an album for Moby and recording a new album for my reunited band, Failure. But the song we're working on right now is called What It's Like. It's from my solo album, Secrets of the Lost Satellite. I thought I'd try out adding some alternate clean guitar sounds to this new version of the song. It's been fun to pull up this session from 7 years ago, which is a cool thing about Pro Tools is that you can get right back to where you were. We're keeping the drums, acoustic guitars, and lead vocals from the original song, but we're thinning out some of the synth elements and adding in some new organic instruments to make a new version for this webinar and video. I think at the very beginning, until you come out of verse 1, maybe not so many of the slide downs.
Okay, in the turns?
Yeah, in the turns.
That's a cool motion. All right, I can do that.
Oh yeah, it's like a 2. It's 16 plus 2.
Yeah, it's 16 plus 2. Justin Meldal Johnson, or JMJ, is a good friend of mine, and we've worked together on many projects over the years. Sometimes he's playing on a record for me like this, or sometimes I'm mixing an album that he produced, like the recent Paramore album. Justin played on and co-produced my solo album, Secrets of the Lost Satellite, that this song is from. So today I've asked him to replace the synth bass from the song at his home studio in Los Angeles. We didn't have a lot of space in his home spot, but the S3 fit nicely on his desk. He has a really nice Palmer DI box that we plugged his 1960s Fender Mustang bass into, and we took the output of that into the line input on the S3. We both wore Odyssey headphones to track the bass. I was really impressed with how well the S3 drove both these headphones. They require quite a bit of power to sound good. Justin is an amazing bass player. He plays for Beck, Nine Inch Nails, M83, and he laid down a really cool part for this new version of the song. When Tom and I talked about making this version of the song more organic, acoustic piano came up. I just happen to know a really great pianist and vocalist too, for some added harmonies. My wonderfully talented wife, Charlotte Martin. Charlotte is a singer-songwriter. She's released several records. We met in 2001 when I was producing her debut album for RCA. Char has a small writing room in our home that currently has a Yamaha grand piano in it, mic'd up with AKG 414 mics, which are normally plugged into her M-Box system. But we pulled the M-Box and dropped the S3 on the desk with our portable laptop and plugged in the 414s directly into the S3 mic pre's and turned on the phantom power. We used these same pre's for her vocal overdubs, and I have to say they sounded pretty good. On a recent Failure tour, I met Matt Mitchell from the band Pucifer. It turns out our studios are within a block of each other here in Burbank. Matt plays guitar and keyboards and also does some producing and programming for bands like Nine Inch Nails and Queens of the Stone Age. Matt had a small folding keyboard stand that we put the S3 on, and we patched directly into his monitors with the S3's AVB interface. We mic'd up his matchless amp with a ribbon mic, and he pulled out his 1960s Fender Duo Sonic, a rare 12-string electric. Matt played it with some pedal effects to capture a spacey lead line. And then, so as we get down to the end, can you do some embellishments? Just like an octave up, and yeah. Cool. I like to print parts with the effects already on them, and I also use plugins to add more delay or reverb. For this session, I pretty much stuck with multiple Altiverbs for reverb and Echoboy for the delays. Next, we had Matt try an old analog modular synth called a Buchla. We patched this directly to the line-in on the S3. The Buchla doesn't really have any presets, so you have to tweak it for a while to get a sound. So we just free-time recorded Matt performing changes to a tempo of 90 BPM, and I'll edit these takes later. I was off to San Diego for the holiday with my family, but needed to finish this mix for the webinar, as well as some other projects. It was easy to set up the S3 in my laptop with my Pro Tools HD and plugin licenses on my iLock. I was in a high-rise condo, so I had a nice view while I worked. I've been mixing with a trackball for a while now, mostly because I've never found a good fit for the way I like to work. But the S3 is changing my mind. The form factor is what I've always wanted, shallow and thin. And 16 faders just feels like a natural number to have in front of you. My time with the S3 over the last month has really been very eye-opening for me, and I've caught myself getting more absorbed in the material with the faders under my fingers. It's laid out intuitively and lets me get both my hands into the mix. I've been mixing with Pro Tools for a while now, and the S3 is a nice compact extension of that experience. You made them up.